Dodgeball. And on the far side, we have Tidal.
Yeah, this should be a good one here. This is 4-5 matchup in the standings.
First Burden on Romulus with a big strike. Left-hand side.
Big Dusty. Big Dusty's down.
Captain McDougal.
4 balls.
Remus to the line. Romulus to the line. Shorts with a strike down the left side. Gets a hit. We have 4v3 action. Burden on Romulus.
A catch.
Schwartz hoping to catch him in the middle. Unfortunately, gets caught himself.
A lot of balls sent over towards Bray there on that exchange. That's something that Tidal is known for. They will throw all their balls, actually. Definitely not afraid to throw them all.
What many teams see as a disadvantage, they don't seem to care too much.
That's very true.
So we got Blowfield, 1 ball. Tidal to the line. They sling 2 balls overhead. Good defense shown by Blowfield there. And now he has 5 balls.
Oh, a trade opportunity. He takes them. And that's where it can kind of, if everybody comes up and does that, next thing you know, Blowfield staring down a 1v1.
Ain't that the truth? Blowfield in a 1v4. Sails one overhead. Tidal meets in the middle to the line. Let's see what they do here.
Ooh, sneaky shot.
Holloway following through with that second low ball. They went high-low, it looks like, causing him to look up and give up his guard for his knees there. So great strike by Holloway. Tidal up 1-0.
40-minute matches, though, now. We're into the playoffs, so nothing to stress about. 1 point is nothing. Long game. 18 minutes-ish left here in the first half.
Ain't that the truth? Such a different dynamic than the round robin. Tidal to the line, immediately blocked by Narayan. Romulus with the burden here.
I think they'll rely on Jason here to get a lot of their kills.
I agree, yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh.
Oh, Jason Peterson with a nice dodge. Takes out.
And here it is.
Nguyen on the left. And he takes out the last bottom. Wow, what a finish.
That's a big point right there.
Huge.
That's a big point in that scramble.
We have a new game, folks. 1-1.
I don't know how he missed them in the midcourt like that. Man.
You know, the new influx of players, you have some guys that are just so dodgy. They have a skill set that a lot of people are not used to. Cause you to sail or put balls under. Opening rush. Tidal takes out Schulte.
That is Matt Wu with that opening kill.
Romulus to the line. Wow, Tidal showcasing the willingness to go down balls at any interval.
I did say that.
Romulus to the line. 2 balls sent on Holloway, both hitting the ground before they get to the target. Burden is 4 balls. Oh, 3 balls on Romulus. Sending another one at Matt Wu. No hit.
Captain Tim Wu with the call in the middle.
Wow, Matt Wu with a big cross on Peterson, taking out a key player for Romulus.
Almost gets clipped on the retreat, but
good to get out of the way there. Another strike, Holloway down the right side, taking out Captain McDougal. Now we have a complete flip here, folks. 3 Romulus versus 4 Tidal. Holloway with another strike down the left side, crosses Schwartz, and then Babu crosses Matt Wu in sequence. We have 2 versus 3. Burden on Romulus. 5 balls. Let's see what they do here.
both miss.
2 big balls on Tim Yu. He's a real hard one to hit, isn't he, Pete?
Yeah, I would maybe select a different target right now just to try and get bodies down.
Agree. Babu, taking your advice, sends one down the right side, narrowly blocked by Holloway. Tidal to the line. Holloway misses down the right side. Babu with a return fire cross, unable to hit his target.
A hit right here would be pretty good here.
Would be huge.
I think at some point they're going to have to try at the no ball guy in the middle.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tidal to the line, sails one over Narayan.
Right here is where I'd take a shot at the no ball guy in the middle.
Let's see if they have the same thoughts. Narayan takes one down the left side, missing Tim Yu, captain. Tidal to the line. Tim Yu with a big strike, cross into the right side, clipping Babu in the knees. And we have Narayan in a 1v3 situation. See if he's drilled this real hard. Unfortunately,
does get clipped. He was looking for the grab. Sage is a catcher, so I don't mind that play from him.
Some good dodgeball here, folks. What a treat.
This one should be, I think this one's going to be back and forth the entire way.
I think so. You have to think if a team settles in enough to go on a little bit of a run, the other squad's really going to struggle to get back into it because the games are so tight. We have a false start on Romulus. Oh, and unable to collect all 3 balls.
And a
Gets
double.
Killed at the line.
Double here on the back line as well.
And that, folks, 3-player swing.
2 throws, 3 dead players.
Couple of exchanges. No damage done. Burden remains on Romulus with 4 balls.
They got the right players to grind this point out.
I agree. Lots of arms, lots of mobility.
Some Nationals experience here.
Big strike from the left side into the middle. Neville unable to connect with Babu there. Romulus on the offense. 4 balls.
Oh, very nice shot by Chris.
Peterson opts to take a 2nd ball, and then Schwartz opts to take a 3rd shot, and they eliminate 2 players. Tim Yu, captain, Neville on the left-hand side. Things are a little closer now.
And Chris goes for the catch.
Unable to hold that one in. Burden on Tidal. Tidal making their presence felt. 2 solid balls on Babu, and they make the score 3-1.
Looks like we got 1 lineup switch here for Brolympus. We've got Bryce Couture in now for Sage. Lineup stays the same on the Tidal side, which I don't blame them.
You have to think at this point they're really ready to roll.
Oh, Big Dusty's running for a ball this time. Oh, regular rush.
Oh, wow.
And that actually works out for them. I think they should maybe stick to that for the rest of the game.
Romulus making very, very smart adjustments on the opening rush. Managed to wow. Tim Yu with a big strike on Peterson, flashing his patented toe shots. Burden on Tidal.
This avoids one. Oh, good shot by Dustin. I didn't even see him.
Returns fire, cross court. Great shot. Burden Romulus, 5 players to 4. To the line. Schwartz with a big strike on the left side into the middle.
There we go.
Takes his man Holloway.
Big Chris is cooking.
5 versus 3. Tidal to the line. Duffs one into the ground a la Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Burden on Tidal. To the line. That was an interesting one. I think Schwartz put a ball down, yes. And a great call by the refs to notice the ball was hit first. Strike from the middle into the middle on Tidal side. Unable to connect was Couture. Burden Tidal with 4 balls.
Now Chris is just opening up for all these grabs here. He'll do that if he knows he's being targeted.
That's right.
And unless you throw 2 at him, he'll pull them in. So
that's right. Yeah.
Careful here for Tidal.
When he squares up, there's a lot of real estate.
You got that right. Unfortunately
for Romulus, a 2-player swing with a double hit coming down the right side.
Shorty returns, takes one down.
Now we have 3 versus 2. Romulus on the offensive.
Ooh, nice shot.
Schwartz has that big arm. When he really can showcase, if you give him room to throw,
Yeah.
you'll make his presence felt.
I mean, look at the size of him. Oh, that one gets him.
Good shot on Schwartz, right down in the knees area. So very, very accurate.
Definitely well placed.
These 2 players from on the Tidal side, they're actually quite well known for their low throws that come in around the toes and the shins. So we'll see if they can put that to more good use here.
3. And Tim gets taken out.
Couture with a nice cross.
Very well timed counter to protect Shane. And now let's see if they can close this point out.
2 balls. Unable to find their target. Burden on the Tidal side.
I think this is Jeffrey. Jeffrey Chung. Jeffrey Chung?
Jeffrey Chung. Jeffrey Chung with a big block on Babu. Second ball unable to find its target. We have 5 balls for Jeffrey.
Gives himself a little bit of room to work against this solo ball.
Let's see what he does here.
Dirts one, as you do.
A little excited. You got to imagine the nerves are at max sensitivity right now when you're up there.
100%. For some of these people, I mean, aside from former provincials, is some of the biggest sporting events some people have ever taken place in here.
That's right.
Pretty good block, active block.
Jeffrey clearly understanding that at stake is a potential spot in our nationals coming up next month. To the line. Jeffrey Chung with a nice strike, just catching Babu on the left-hand shoulder. And we have some 1-versus-1 action. Couture, be interesting to see if he goes for a catch here, knowing he's got those very, very sticky football fingers.
Yeah, he's decent arm, and definitely likes to go for grabs. Let's see who can be the hero of the point. Now, while we have some back and forth here, just want to remind everybody, make sure you put your votes in for the VC player of the match. Once we get them up.
Couture to the line.
In about 10 or 15 minutes.
Jeffrey Chung returning fire.
Miss. Almost clips that fanned out leg there. Not a fan of kicking the legs out on those jump dodges.
Agreed. Yep.
But hey, you do what you do. What do I know?
Burden on Chung with a strike that whistles by Couture. Couture returns fire.
Good shot.
Big block by Jeffrey.
Now. Okay,
Wow,
here it is.
3 balls. Couture with a return
Bounce.
fire. Oh, they called
he
a
got
hit.
a hit on the foot.
That's a big one, folks.
There we go. That is a big point there.
That's a big one.
Really big point, actually. If it swings the other way, we're looking at 4-1 on the scoreboard.
That's right.
3-2. This is much more manageable.
And in terms of manpower, you got to think Romulus is feeling really good about that one, having started up players, and we're up players pretty much right through the game until the end there. So happy to pull it out, I'm sure. 3-2 action.
Perfect. The regular rush works out again. And that, they have cracked the code on that.
Tidal to the line, 4 balls. Strike down the left side from Neville, does not connect. Tidal retreats.
Now, if Chris Schwartz can survive the attacks that they keep sending to him, they'll be in good shape.
Matt Wu with a big strike right into the middle, unable to connect, and we have Romulus on the offensive here. Schwartz with a little bit of a dipper there. Fails to hit his target. Return fire on Peterson, also missing his target. Romulus with the burden.
Oh, big hit from Dusty.
Oh, and a follow-up throw from Babu, showcasing that extra ball. The willingness to maybe take a page out of Tidal's book here.
I think in the dodgeball world, they call that an option play. Or in dumbed down terms, you would say, if I hit somebody, then you throw one afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, we got you, Mitch. We got you, Mitch. We'll keep it technical and elementary all at the same time.
Tidal looking to respond. 4 balls, 3 players coming to the line.
And there he goes.
Shorts.
I talked about that previously. He's going to continue squaring up, and if you continue throwing the 1 ball, he's going to pull him in.
Check him for Velcro, folks. That one stuck to him like glue.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he might be using something. We'll check him on his way off the court.
Those football guys and their stick 'em.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. What do they say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
Tidal with the bird in. Holloway with a zinger down the right side. Peterson up to the task. Returns fire, unable to connect.
Ooh, shot on Schwartzy. He survives that at the line there.
Tidal showcasing their defense and their ability to counter. Let's see what we see here.
Captain Dusty's feeling a bit active, moving over to the wing.
Wants to get real involved.
Oh yeah, sending a zinger. It's coming out with some umph. He's definitely got some umph behind that throw. He's just quite wild.
Yes.
Oh, blocked up. Out of into the Shagger's hands instead.
Solid block. Just a little too far outside the line for someone to gather.
And Tidal gives another.
This is a situation where those preemptives can really cost you. Let's see if Romulus can take advantage. Unable to connect. Holloway with some good lateral movement.
Shagger gets creamed in the chest. Ball comes back. Love that. Sorry, ball retriever.
Wow, Holloway with a cross, taking out Captain McDougall. And we are a little closer in numbers. 4 on the Romulus, 2 on Tidal. Romulus to the line.
Oh, and a tap on the forehead there by Bryce.
Is it me, or did that ball have a little bit of movement on it?
A little bit of, almost looked like it rised up a little bit.
It did, yeah, that was interesting.
Forehead finder.
Our game, not theirs.
.com.
Yeah, foreheadfinder.com. It's a new dodgeball website.
Hey, 50 seconds.
Schulte with a nice block.
50 seconds, we can do this all game.
Romulus with 4 balls. We'll go on the offensive here, seeing if they can finally solve Holloway's defensive tactics. Holloway getting real small. Now has 5 balls and looks to return fire. Puts one into the ground.
30 seconds.
See what he does with his next throw here. It would be really good for him to take one out and sort of bring the odds a little closer to even.
Whoa!
Nice curveball, unable to find Couture. Romulus to the line.
And they send one only, which is the fine move. Bounce. I'm taking that. Yep.
Babu returning fire from the left-hand side, catches Holloway up high in the shoulder.
Big Shane Babu.
We have a game, folks, 3-3.
Here it is.
Just hit the reset button and
We're
let's
all
get started.
knotted up. Love it.
Romulus have to be feeling really well about the way they've responded thus far.
Fun fact, team who wins this game will play in the semifinals, I believe. This is a quarterfinal match, if I'm correct. This team, winner of this, moves to the semifinals. And then they play the winner of Harda's Foam versus the 8 seed. I believe, I'm not exactly sure who won that. Or the game's being played right now.
Currently underway, yep.
Yeah, the 8v9 is being played right now. That will be against Harda's Foam, and then the winner of this will play Harda's Foam.
Right. Captain McDougall was in the 1 position and takes a shot from Holloway that he cannot defend against.
Chris looking for another one.
Schwartz out, unable to bring in the ball, but a nice cross from Babu takes out a player in the middle on the Tidal side. Babu goes for a catch, unsuccessful. We have 5 Tidal, 2 Romulus, Bird and Romulus. Schulte puts one right into the ground directly ahead of him.
Yeah.
Might be those nerves we've been talking about. 4 balls on the Tidal side. With the strike on Couture, goes for the catch, unable to bring it in. Burden on Tidal. See if they send 2 or even 3 balls here. Just one. Just one, and it gets the job done.
All
nice
that was
strike
needed.
from Neville.
So that was no block, and now we will switch sides. Kind of a big point for Tidal to take that no block point going into the half. Puts the momentum kind of back on their side.
That's right.
And just a little bit of comfortability going into that second half with the lead. I mean, even if it's just a 1-point lead, a lead's still a lead.
It's always good to be up.
And 20 more minutes as we have Howell on our side now. Oh,
Nice.
sorry, Howell, Tidal.
Tidal, yes. And it's with these long games, you have these lead changes, you have ties. There's just so much more time for game to have bigger storylines and a longer plot. So lots of interesting stuff ahead of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, I love a 40-minute dodgeball match. Especially when they're back and forth like that, tight. I mean, I'll admit, you know, a 12-0 40-minute dodgeball game is not that exciting, but
It's nice to be on the winning end, but it's not the funnest match to watch.
for sure, from a viewing perspective, when they're back and forth is very, very good. And I think they've done a good job this weekend of providing Mitch with quality matchups on the stream court here. I know he's had a lot of ties. Yesterday, a lot of ties, so I mean, that's always a good thing.
Wow.
That's always a good thing when we're seeing that. So at least we're seeing some competitive matches, not a lot of blowouts. And I think that's also something to be said about the dodgeball here in the province.
Agreed.
Everybody continues to want to keep getting better and keep getting that chance to go to these cool tournaments like nationals, or be it the thing, or whatever they may be. So it's really good to see.
Absolutely.
Chris still looking for grabs over there.
With a return strike.
He did not catch that ball, but okay, ref seen that.
Romulus with Burden.
Gonna be
Jason Peterson with his patented curveball, unable to take out Holloway. I think that's a player they'd like to target considering the way he's been playing thus far.
Might be true. And now I'm being informed by Mitch, you can... Oh, we got to give you some players for that. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna leave that to my counterpart. My counterpart can put some names down, and then I'll remind you guys when it's time to start voting for your friends or your favorite players. I'm gonna let him pick. I trust his decision. Got a little talking across court about the call. That's okay.
Pete, take a look.
Yeah, sure, I like them all, but I think you have to have two.
Just, so we can cross one out.
Let's go,
Maybe these two.
yeah, sure, go the top two, and then go the top two on this one, too.
Here we go.
He's died a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
We won't say names. But you could watch the footage back and see who's died a lot, and then maybe decide for yourself. Yeah. But
You don't have to address that.
we won't respond to that question, Mitch. We don't need that.
I wasn't asking.
And for the record, folks, we have Pete Decker from Hardest Foam on the commentary, along with Peter Fenwick from Vendetta.
Yeah, a couple Peters.
Yeah.
And we're on the ticker if you look under the scoreboard.
2 Petes in a pod, you could say.
Yeah.
Although you probably wouldn't, just because that's terrible.
Yeah, but they would, though. Right? Now that you've said it.
They're Tidal to the line with a strike out of the right side into the middle. Does McDougall narrowly avoids going over the line? Oh, he doesn't avoid it at all.
Big Hubert Doki Doki on the back line.
McDougall is a big body. Unfortunately, unable to avoid rolling out there.
Blowfield tapped out.
Now we have Babu and Couture on the Romulus side looking to defend against Tidal's onslaught here. Yep. This one. Babu showing his mobility and agility and maybe some acrobatics there. With a big jump. Sends one down the left side, he does. Holloway equal to the task, gets out of the way. Now we have Tidal to the line, looking to close this game out.
Block.
Big block by Couture. Lots of arm strength for Tidal in this, finishing this match off here with Neville and Holloway out on the court.
Bryce tapped on the leg.
Babu with the burden. 4 balls. Facing 3 Tidal players. Let's see what he does here, folks. Opting to throw from the back line, not willing to risk his position quite yet. Tidal to the line.
Block.
Babu with a
Miss.
A lot of
Takes us out. Very honorable.
Got to give an attaboy for that one, because I could say if he didn't say anything, I don't think I would have been calling that.
I don't think anybody in the whole building would have seen that as a hit. So timeout here called by Brolympus. I think a well-chosen timeout at this point.
I think so too.
For sure. 5-3 the score now. Definitely not out of reach. 15:40, I believe, left. That's a lot of time. So nothing to be ultra stressed out about, but definitely some adjustments need to be made like they did in the previous half. They did come back and make some adjustments, so maybe fine-tune a couple things. Kind of the battle of adjustments, it seems, at this point, right?
Agreed.
You know, one team makes some adjustments compared to what the other adjustments were, and it's kind of been a back and forth on, well, they're going to do that, well, then we'll do this. And then if we do this, then the other team needs to do that. And, I mean, that's the beauty of dodgeball right there.
Ain't that the truth? They've already solved the opening rush, it seems like. Now let's see if they can combat Tidal's ability to really mix it up mid-game.
Yeah, agree.
16 minutes left in the second half. Romulus really looking to change something here to get a few more hits.
Now they take the 4 balls and go to offense.
Romulus to the line. Babu with a strike down the right side, unable to connect with Neville. You have to think he's one of the main guys that they're targeting out there. Couple of exchanges, no hits.
Got to dial the throws in, boys.
At this stage in the game, you really need to be focusing on that accuracy. Peterson returns fire down the left-hand side. Curveball dying a little short. Tidal to the line. Puts one into the middle. Robertson, that left-handed throw. That can often kind of mess with folks here. It's hard to gauge sometimes, but unable to connect there. And Robertson takes one.
And
wow.
Dustin takes the option. Dustin gets killed trying to retrieve his ball that was rolling. Unfortunate. 4 balls now for Tidal.
Captain McDougall taking the walk of shame on the line there, really regretting that decision. Romulus with the advantage still. Burden, 4 balls, takes the attack on Neville. Neville with a big block, able to withstand that charge.
Ooh, dirted ball from Tim.
Captain Yu takes the shot into the middle, unable to connect. 4 balls for
Defensive
Romulus.
play call. Tim holds up a 2 behind his ball. Not sure what that means. Catch off of his block. I think that's what he called. I think I figured out their call on defense. When he holds up the 2 behind it, he means I'm going to block it. Somebody get ready to jump in the air and catch.
Eyes in the air, boys.
Yeah.
Eyes on the sky.
Yep. So if anybody's going to play Tidal ever, look for that number 2. And
it is quite the play call.
yeah. Yep.
Captain Yu, he's one of those guys who likes to play up close to the line. He likes to suck up lots of balls. He likes to bait that kind of catch.
And a lot of things going the right way for Tidal in these last couple points.
Yeah, once they made that first little team catch there, things really started to fall apart on the Romulus side. Players going for catches, you know, maybe out of necessity, not necessarily in with the game flow, and that's always difficult trying to force things. So we'll see if Romulus can continue to adjust on their side, bring that offense. McDougall killed off the opening rush. 4 balls for Romulus, potentially.
Big Sage, check back in.
Big hit from Schwartz into the middle. Takes out Robertson. Romulus to the line. Schwartz with another strike down the right side, unable to connect with Neville. Holloway throws one into the middle. Babu up to the task. Romulus with the burden. Babu on Holloway, unable to connect. Does well to slide laterally out of the way. And now we have Tidal to the line.
Sorry there, just had a brief, Chris Valance, my captain, just came and bothered me, and
Captain, my captain.
I had to stop talking to talk to him.
Tidal with a strike down the right side on Schwartz. A little confusion there, but it looks like he does hit his man. That's Jeffrey Chung hitting Chris Schwartz.
I think as a joke, Chris was saying that one bounced. He's tired of being targeted in the corner, I think.
Narayan waiting a little too long at the line there.
I was just going to say, if you wait a little too long, these Tidal guys will get up there quick enough and they'll get you.
It's such an automatic play for them. You don't even need to process. They just do it. Babu with a nice strike down the right-hand side, takes out Neville in the 2 position. We have 3 versus 4, burden on Romulus. Peterson with a great curveball right on the unready arms of Holloway. And we have 3 versus 3 action here, folks. Exciting game. This is be a very big one.
Yeah.
For Romulus.
Brolympus needs all the points, especially this point.
Ooh, that was an interesting throw, actually.
Yeah, from here, I'm not going to lie, it sounded like it hit his foot, but
Very close, yep. Hard to say. Peterson getting real small. And then with a strike, takes out Nguyen. And we have 3 versus 2. You have to think they may be relying on Peterson to hit these last 2 folks here with that nice curveball.
Now, they can't use all the time on the clock to get this win, but they do. They don't need to rush, but they can't use 10 minutes to win this one.
That's right. And we'll see Tim Yu, an extraordinarily hard target to kill when he's just trying to stay alive.
And Tidal definitely knows the points that they're up, and they'll play. These 2 guys will play accordingly.
Romulus so far focusing their attention on the right-hand side, Jeffrey Chung.
If they throw 2 balls, I'll be mind blown.
Chung got the memo. Sails 1 over Babu, and we have Romulus to the line. See what they opt to do here. Again, targeting Jeffrey, figuring that puts him in the best position to win the game.
Yeah, it's a good target. I would maybe think about switching the thrower to go directly in front of him. Would be an adjustment they could make.
Romulus opting to take a shot on Captain Yu. Yu equal to the task.
Very close to the back line was Tim. And can we please have you guys check on in and get your VC player of the match votes in? They are on your screen.
Do your game.
Well, Mitch is not happy with the way I announced that. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make your way over to the VC Player of the Match voting board. And please get your votes in. Maybe they're one of the favorite players you've been watching on the court. Maybe they're just a friend of yours. We don't really care. Go make your votes. Was that better, Mitch? Yeah.
Well done.
Mitch is happy now.
And while we were giving you that wonderful update, in the match, we've had a development. Jeffrey Chung was taken out. Nice shot down the right side. And now we have Tim Yu, the captain of Tidal, looking to most likely just kill some clock here.
Yeah, I think that these refs know well enough that they will call him for invalids or warn him for invalids if they think that there's some funny business going on.
Right.
That's fine.
Tim Yu, that's his patented throw there, right? Always looking for toes.
Yeah.
Coming under the ball that you're trying to block with. Getting real small.
He survives.
And takes out Babu in the exchange, and somehow.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the way I would have played that one right there, but. Let's see if these Brolympus boys can tap them out here.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Yeah.
Schulte with that ball over top. Managed to just clip the balls of Tim Yu, held in that defensive posture. Captain Yu with the burden right now.
Let's see. Yeah, it's tough to say. But Tim knows what he's doing.
You have to think Romulus is thinking a little bit now about the time. Let's see if they're still willing to throw 2 balls here. Hoping to get a hit. Taking a 4th. Now we'll definitely see 2 balls. And maybe even a willingness to throw an option ball at the end too.
Survive.
Romulus considering their options. Not really the best position to be in when Tim Yu likes to throw those toe shots, but.
See, now that one, I'm going to have to probably start saying something here. These refs need to start calling, like, at least warn him for invalid. Like, these throws are not competitive. But he is throwing out a turn, too, so, I mean.
Yeah, I think if it's not really slowing the game pace and changing possession so much, but I see what you mean by sailing them real high or out wide where there's no opportunity. It's not anywhere near the player.
Yeah, the defense that he has is he's pre-countering sometimes, so it's
right.
It's not it's just a strange style of clock killing is what I'm seeing here.
Nothing about this Tidal team has been orthodox from what we've seen
like
so far.
That's at the outline, right? Like at some point. Yeah, Mitch is saying it was just a botched curveball. I could do that too, though, Mitch, and just say it's spun there. That's better. That's what we want to see.
That's a nice ball.
That's what we want to see. Competitive throws. From our angle, it looked like it was going to be on Bray to catch that pop-up. Now he has drained a good few minutes.
He really has. Making things very difficult on Romulus.
And you can see Jason Peterson trying to pop these blocks up now. Yeah. Even the AI is agreeing with me. Unbelievable. What a world we live in. Another block.
Jason Peterson unable to put that curveball to effective use here. Tim Yu just showcasing some defense. Ooh, that one almost came under. Schulte with 2 good balls. Tim Yu with 2 equally good blocks.
Yeah, come on. That ball's right down the middle. The ball's piped right down the middle. No warning. Oof. Unfortunately, I'm just a commentator. And see, that's the problem. Like, it's tough to be a ref in this and do that because, like I just said, he just pre-countered, right? So it's like he's doing these throws that aren't super competitive, but then he'll pre-counter out a turn. So it's like, is he really wasting the clock? You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
yeah.
it's tough as a ref. I can see it being tough to call.
Certainly towing that line.
Like that. Like, see, these are brutal, but then he'll pre-counter.
Is it just a bad throw? That's where that
right.
little gray area lives, right?
But then he'll pre-counter on to defend himself. So it's kind of like, I don't get it.
We have an excellent rhetorical question, it seems, posed in the chat.
Why don't the Romulus players simply hit the Tidal player? Is the question that I'm reading from the chat. And Bray's now looking for a grab as well. Something's got to happen, yeah.
Schulte going to have to reach deep into that bag of tricks to see if he can pull something out here, folks.
Ooh, he did.
There it is.
Give a little J.C. Morris. Another block by Tim. Yeah, I think Tim might roll this out for the last 2 minutes here. At this point, he's done enough.
There it is.
That'll seal it.
Tim Yu able to weather the storm.
That will seal it. There's 2 minutes left and 4 points needed for Brolympus. I don't think there's a team on this planet that could pull that off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the time continues to tick and the teams are not lining up.
So, folks, the question is, are we going to be witnessing the miracle on wood?
Was a timeout taken?
Is this going to end as it seems it's going to end right now?
I'll be able to probably get a peek for you, Mitch, when he holds it up.
Timeout called.
.201. Yeah, Dustin McDougall on the far side is quite upset about the invalids. I could see him requesting cards for the yellows, but he should understand more than anybody that in order for a card to be given, warning has to be given, and I never seen a warning at all throughout that. You can't just card for invalid if you haven't warned the player, so.
Right.
Unfortunate. And, I mean, kudos to Tim for his time-killing abilities on that last point.
It's a battle. Both sides trying to do whatever it takes. Unfortunately for Romulus, unable to match Tidal in this one. Tidal with the burden here to the line. Looking to really put a stamp on this one.
As we wind down here, the final minute, make sure we get our votes in on the VC player of the match. Oh, it's too late. The top choice was already chosen. It was Tim.
You have to think burning, I would say, well over 8 minutes there in that 1 versus 3 really solidified his place as man of the match.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe we'll see what he wins and see if he wants to give it up to maybe the commentators from this match. He might have something in his gift pack for the commentators of this match. We'll see. We'll check in later. But he has to win it all first.
That he does.
And
McDougall making his presence felt with a big strike down the right side, telling Neville he hasn't forgotten him.
A little bit frustrated, but he's going to get his money's worth. And no block is not going to be needed. I think they will make a cheer, shake hands, and that'll be that.
That is the match, folks.
Up next. What do we have up here next? Am I up here next, Mitch?
Oh, in the
Bloom and Slaughter.
women's quarterfinals.
Bloom and Slaughter coming up next. I won't be here. I don't think
either.
Peter will be either.
Ain't that the truth?
But Mitch, thank you so much for having us on the Peter and the Peter, 2 Pete's in a pod,
squared.
whatever you want to call us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the games today.
Let's go.